Hello, good morning to the Relentless Trading Lounge. Oh no, sorry, that's a podcast, isn't it? Relentless Trading. How are we all doing? Okay, guys. Monday morning, new month, first of the month. Good morning, Jordan. Good to see you. Monday morning, God, we haven't got many on this morning. Everyone's still asleep after the weekend. I know what it is. Everyone's still knocked out from watching England play absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. But we won't go into that yet. But we will do. Do you know what? I'm going to change the stream name to Forex Trading and Football Analysis Group. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. My hair is looking a bit touchy. Feels like it's too light with this on it. Yeah. Okay, good morning, guys. Good morning. Right. We've got a new month. We've got a new month, a new week, Monday morning, ready to go. So I'm very interested in doing a top-down analysis. Yeah, because we've got a new month, so I really want to see what the monthly. I've not looked at the charts at all. I don't like that hourly, what's going on here, but right, let's go into a top-down analysis. If people, it looks like we've had a gap, we have had a gap in the market. Okay, that's dodgy. Okay, so, what's nice to see we did close bearish on the monthly. Let's do a top-down, guys. Let's go straight into a top-down analysis, see what we can grab today. We should have a full week on stream today. If you are watching on YouTube and you just joined us, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel, especially when the channel has just gone live. So if you can do, guys, hit that like button, that'll be much appreciated. That'll notify other people that we're live, and it'll give other people a chance to jump on before we go straight into it. Okay, so let's do a top down, guys. Right. Monthly has been bullish, right, and we've been over this month for we've been watching these for the last few months, right. It's been quite boring on the monthly time frame. However, we finally closed bearish on the monthly. So what does that mean then? What does that mean? Well, it now means it's doji bearish, like I said we could do, but that means we've now created structure. We've now created structure. I'm not saying that it's going to respect it with the next candle, but it is more likely that we're going to respect it from this candle. So now that we've created structure, what does it mean? Now, we did mention that you've got an area here with no top wick and no bottom wick. And what I've been saying for the last month, 2 months, I really don't feel we can close above here and carry on bullish, as in the body of the candles close above there, without coming down to 2229, this level here. Okay. So now that we've closed bearish, we said that this monthly one is either going to close small bearish, or it's going to come down. This one's going to be the one what does it, and we're going to get a wick down, and then we're free to push up if it wants to push up. I'm not saying it wants to push up. We could come back down because we didn't even tap previous support. There is the next support on the monthly. So I would imagine coming all the way back down there as well. I mean, you've got another monthly candle with no bottom wick here. So I can actually see price coming back down. Whether it does that or not, I don't know. That's just what I can see at the moment. So if we're saying that, okay, we need to come back down to this, right? This monthly candle didn't do it, so is this one going to do it, or are we going to trickle down? So is this monthly going to do something like that, and then the next monthly comes down? Are we going to do something? We might do, okay, but all I do know is we need to come down to that level. Now, if we need to come down to that level, what are we expecting this monthly to be? Well, so we broke the highs on this monthly. And then we closed here, so we didn't give a full wick fill on it, so that's not an issue. So that tells us that we couldn't push further because this wasn't enough liquidity to push further up. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, it means that if we now want to push past this, we're now going to have to break this on the monthly. Okay, we would have to do something like that. Oh, what the hell is that? Can you see that? I can hear this shit. Get away. Don't want to know about the news. Oh my god, I can't get rid of it, guys. I don't know why this has popped up, by the way. There, okay. So, basically, in order to push past this, we're going to have to break this low. So, if we keep that in mind, that if the monthly starts pushing up, I can't really see it breaking the previous wick. So, if we do look for sells anywhere around here, then we know our stop should be safe off the monthly time frame, ready for the monthly to flip. So can the monthly push up, test the previous wick, and then it starts to flip to the downside to come and break the lows. That's something what I'll be looking for this month. Okay, so I would prefer push up first because we are bearish. I would prefer top wick first and then we come back down. Now, here's the thing, how steep can this top wick be? Well, to be honest with you, this top wick doesn't actually need to be that steep. It could actually flip to the downside now and start pushing to push the low, because we can actually break past this. We know this, right? This broke a high, so there should be enough liquidity now to drive with this one to push past. So therefore, sells, I'm looking for sells. For buys, I'd need closures above these levels for buys to come up, and that would be our range of the highs anyway. So let's mark this up then. I'm going to mark this up. These are off monthlies. That is the monthly range. Let's have a look on the lower time frames. Weekly then. Now the weekly's put a bit of a spanner in the works because it closed bullish on the weekly. However, you didn't actually close back above this level here. You didn't close above there, but you did close bullish. Good morning, Ella. You did close bullish. So what does that mean? Well, it means that you are bullish on the weekly. Therefore, you got more of a chance of the next weekly being bullish also. So are we going to get a closure above 2332 on the weekly to push up, to create them highs, to then come down and break the lows? Could we see something like that the next couple of weeks? We could. So that means this weekly at the moment can do anything. And if you're wondering why price is a bit off, it's because there was a gap in the market last night. So price shifted in the market. So price closed on Friday at a certain time, and something's happened over the weekend where prices opened up lower value or higher value basically, and that's why we've got this little gap. That's why the candle looks a bit skewy. So what would I want to see then? Well, this is what I would want to see. I would want to see a top wick to at least test it, testing this previous candle. We could even see this support at 2337. So I would want to see a top wick coming to tap 2332, sorry, 2332. And then I'll look for sells underneath. That's what I would be after. Okay, because if this weekly does come up and tap 233 and then it does flip, we're probably likely coming down to test the previous wick. Okay, so and at that point, if you do tap that area and you want to close into that area, then you're likely going to carry on. Probably going to close you like that this week, and then if that's the case, you're then going to get a bottom wick and you're going to start coming up. So bit of a it's the weekly what's putting us off at the minute. Okay, daily, but we are bullish on the weekly. That's the thing, we are bullish on the weekly. Now the daily actually closed bearish and actually closed respecting an area. So a close respecting an area. This gap's going to fling us off today, guys. We've got to be careful with this gap because you're bullish, but you did drop. So now you're probably coming to retrace the gap, and then you can probably flip if you're going to come back down that way. So it doesn't really help us at all. All we know is the daily did close respecting this level here like this. We have tapped previous support, so could we look for sellers to come down? Let's have a look on a lower time frame. The forward closed bearish, didn't break any lows, so the forward range here, I would probably need that broke to take sellers off a 4. If you get a break on a 4 below here, what happens to price? You push to at least there, push, didn't quite break there, pull back. This is the same area where we had wing backs last time. We had a wing back here. Oh yeah, didn't quite make it, did it? Okay, 4 through. Stops would have to be above 2338. So yeah, you could take sells below that off a 4, but you'd need a 4 close. Okay. Or let's have a look for buys. What would we do for buys? If you get a 4-hour break above here, what happens to price? We've got a 4 pullback tap. Pullback, you do eventually come there. 4 mess about. 4 gone. 4 fake out. 4 pullback gone. 4 fake out. Okay, so I don't know whether I'll take that 4. That's all we've got. Let's have a look at the lower time frame. Currently we're still bearish on the 4, right? We're still bearish on the 4. We did already break this high and tap this area. So I need to see what price does after this. Does it carry on down, or does it come back up for a second stab of it? 3 is bearish. Did it break a low? The gap's a bit of a pain in the ass. 2 bullish. 1. I think we would need to wait for either 1 close above before anything at the minute. So like I said, it's the first of the month, right? And you do need to work out which way you're heading first off the monthly. Are you going to come up to create a steep top wick first? Sorry, a top wick first? Or are you coming down to create a bottom wick first? We haven't had that decision yet. Could we get, so when we're in this area, bullish on the 1. Let me see what this is. Bullish on the 1. We've had a pullback on the 1. Is this one going to flip? And if it is going to flip, how far is it going to come? Well, this is the range for the 1. So we haven't got enough range. And you've already broke a high here, so be very careful. If we hadn't broke this high, then yeah, you would say, well, why are you coming up there? Well, there's only one reason. Only one reason you come up and you close bullish like that is to break this high, but you've already done it. So that doesn't really help us. It means this hour, what's this hour going to do now? It can do anything. It's in an awful area. I'm not sure we're going to move much today because it is the first of the month. Can't really see us moving much. if I can find areas like these, this wingback area is not too bad, but we just need to confirm that the hour's not going to break above, or if it does break above, does it drive? And if it doesn't, then we could look at a wingback sell. So for example, when price stays respecting this area and we get that pop out, where does that pop out go to? Well, it looks like you tend to tap this wingback area and then you come back in. So if we can just confirm that the hour's not going to break above this, and then we pop out, we could potentially take a wingback sell, potentially. So if we just have a look, so I mean, what is this range though? It's not even the best of ranges. 19 pips. So we popped out here, we rejected. The 1 hour came out, drove through. Could we have that as a second position? Potentially. Potentially. Pop out, went into drawdown and then come back down, pop out, pull back, pop out, straight back down. Pop out, might have took that. And then straight back down, that would have played out straight away. Pop out, new hour. Could take this as a second position. Pop out, tap, back into the area. Pop out, still would have played out. Maybe going to sleep tonight then, saying pop out. Yeah, you would need to take the second position though. What's the difference in this? Tell me if I'm too quiet or... Morning John, how are you doing mate? 54 pips to come back down. Pop out. This is quite a strong zone. If we can just see, even if we want to drive up, you gotta pull back, then yes, we can take it. Tap, 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 straight up. Tap, 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 tap. Okay, so it does look pretty good, the 1 hour. It does look pretty good. With a second entry at 2-3, where would stops have to be? We're looking at 20 pips. Take price move to break even. That's 100 pips. My stops would have to be there, which I believe is about 110 maybe. 110 pips. Because this one comes straight through, so I would like to... there's another one, if it does come straight through. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. Got a nest play on the daily, yeah, but the thing is on the daily, John, you haven't got a nest play on the daily. What you've got on the daily is you've closed respecting. So, or unless, actually, you might be right, because it depends how you look at the daily. So you could look at the daily like that, yes, and then yes, you've got a... this is what I'm saying, the hardest thing to teach is zones, because you've just got to train your eye. So yes, you could have a nest play on the daily like that. So if that's the case, then the daily's in the next range and should be pushing to fill the range. Where's the next range? Well, the next range is 2338, this area here. So yeah, you could have that, or you could have that and argue and say, well, you've closed respected and you've now created structure, therefore you're coming back down. So this, what I'm saying is, because you've had a gap in the market like this, it's really messed things up. Plus, it's the first of the month, so the first of the month, the first day, and the last day, you've got to be very careful. You've got to be very careful because that's where it's initiating what it's going to do. So it's gonna set the traps basically, ready for the new monthly to open. What's the new monthly going to do? Is it going to start off with a top wick, or is it going to start off with a bottom wick? You've got to wait until it moves, and it normally doesn't move in the first day. It normally moves in a couple of days' time. This is what I'm saying. We might not get a trade today because it is the first of the month, and it can be a bit of a pain. So we've got to make sure with these trades. But yeah, you could say you've got an S play on the daily. I would say that's probably the better setup, as in it fits a lot better. So you've got candles here, candles here, candles here, candles here. Yeah, so I would say it sort of fits a lot better. Plus the weekly, what was the weekly? The weekly was bullish as well. So did the weekly close back into a range? You still didn't close above that, but does that mean we need to come and test the highs before coming down? It's broken the previous wick. On the daily, you mean? Yeah, it's broken the low, so has it got liquidity to push up now? Yeah, well, it probably has, hasn't it? So what would we want to see? What would we want to see? So you've got the 4, which is bearish. Broke the lows. So is this 4 going to flip and drive? If it is, the 3 hour is still bearish. See, I would have liked a wing, if we were on a bit earlier, this would have been a nice setup for a wing back sell. From wing back buy, because you had bullish closures. But obviously we went on early. Another one there, so that would have been a nice wing back buy. So you've had a 2 now. What's this 2 doing? I'm going to get the Meraki on. Get that Meraki on. So what is the 2 doing? You didn't break the high, but if this 2 does flip now, it's likely it's going to flip and drive up. That means this 1 would flip and drive up. 8 pips, you could go risk free there, 8 pips. There's the 1 range. The 1 range is small, you see, so it's a bit of a tricky one. However, if we hadn't broke, this is what I said this morning, John, if you watch the stream back, this hour closed bullish. There's only one reason why it closed bullish back into the range, is to break this high. So if we didn't come up and already break the high, we could have had buy stops on to come up. But now that we broke the high, it's like, it's already done the move. That's the advantage point. Now it's whether this hourly is going to flip and close bullish, because the hourly range is 2327. So if we could potentially get buy stops on this hour, and our advantage point would be 2327, right? So if this hour does flip, it's likely going to tap at least 2327. We could go risk free, and all that. It's only 8 pips, but it would be an aggressive stop. So I would have to go risk free there in case it does reject from there. We've got, what have we got here? 30 minutes left. What's this 30 doing now? Okay, let's get the hour going. I think I want to see an hour close here. I think we'll have to wait for an hour, I think. We need more candles to print. I want to see when you come from this level and when you close back into the range, what happens to price. Back into the range, it messes about, doesn't it? Back into the range. Well, yeah, that's what I would like. I'd like to come and break the lows again. Break the lows before coming up. That's what I've got. But we need to see we need to see the initiation of the monthly, which direction is going to head first. That's what we need to see. And the thing what I would like, really, the 4 hour is going to tell us, but the issue we've got is we've got a gap in the market, so it just flings everything off. Now, so can we do the junk and say that? This is what I would like to see, right? We had a potential, where was that wing back sell we had? We had a potential wing back sell here, wasn't it? We had a potential wing back sell here. Where did I have stops? Stops were above here. If we can get an hour close like this, and the close is below this hour range, okay? So it technically broke out of this range on the hourly. And then, if we can get a 1 hour candle, come up, break the highs again, we look to take this wing back sell to come down. I'm not sure it'll move like that, but if we get a closure below, it's a good sign we need to come and break these lows. Okay? But also what we could potentially do is if the hour does close like this, it means we could wait for a top wick and get sell stops underneath. Whether it's going to do that or not, I don't know. Time will tell. Let's look left. Close, top wick. Break back into the area, then we had a bullish close and then 1 hour popped up and then that initiated the move. Could we get something like that? So we're going to have to wait for this 1 hour to close. What's this 30 doing? This 30 is next to close now. What are you doing on the 30? See, we broke a low. So we broke all of this. So is this enough liquidity to now push past to come up? This 30 is not telling us anything. This 30 closes like this. What does that mean? It means nothing at all. You're still in that range. All we need, guys, right? All I'm looking for with Meraki is an advantage point. So when candles print and you think, okay, well, there's nowhere else for that candle to go now apart to, unless to fill 2322. There's nowhere else for it to go. Then you can look for fast trades and you're in. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you do you, John. You do you, mate. Yeah. So 30-minute close now. There's nothing I can really do here, guys. We're going to have to wait for at least an hour. But even when the hour closes, if the hour closes like this, it doesn't mean we've got setups. The thing what's going to really help is the 4. What's the 4 going to do? The 4 will probably... it might not even be this 4 because you have had a gap. So this 4 could close bullish. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bullish the next direction. The safest thing to do is wait for a 4 either close below this level here. You get a 4 close below there. You just wait for a top wick and then you take sells down to at least 2311. That would be the best thing, and that should initiate the monthly coming to break the low of the previous month, or at least test it. Now for buys up, I'm a bit cautious on buys up, even though we're bullish on the weekly, and if you've got a nest play on the daily, then yeah. The last time we had any kind of sort of nest play like this was here, and look what the next daily done. Shot up. So it's a bit risky at the minute, guys. I mean, if this 4 did flip now, where's it coming? It's like that, isn't it? Let me mark this up. Let me see what's going on. So if this 4 does flip now, which is unlikely, there's now an half left, so it could flip. But if it does, why would it be flipping? Well, there's only one place to go, which is tapping 2317. So I need to, this is what we need to do. Let's check this 4, so let's move this. Where's the 4 range? The gap's really putting us off. So let's say we had a breakout, yeah, on the 4. We've had a top wick, we broke the highs now. So if this 4 does flip now, when we get a close on a 4 below here, what happens to price? Okay, straight through, you tap 2316. You don't come straight through the next 4, does it? But still, you head bearish. Through, forward close, doji, and then through, forward close, then you get a bullish close, then you get a bearish close, and this bearish comes through. So technically, 100% of the time, when you get a 4-hour close like this below here, you come through to 2316 100% of the time. That's all you do when we're at you. It's probabilities. So I'll mark these up for you so you can see. So forward straight through, forward straight through. And this is a good little tool for you guys to when you're practicing. So just look and go, okay, when we get a close below a certain level of 2323 on the 4, what happens to price? Forward close through, forward close through, forward close, top wick through, another one. And all you're doing is just, if 100% of the time, because this is all trading is, probabilities, straight through, so it's obviously a clean traffic range. It's a very clean traffic range. If 100% of the time price comes to 2316, then the probabilities are pretty good, aren't they, that it's going to do it again. Because that's all trading is, going off probabilities. I know this didn't come from the upside, but I just want to highlight that it is clean traffic through. Back through here, even when you come out and back down, but out and back down. And then straight through here, and that's the only data we've got. Oh, I've just realised this is a 3. Okay, so this is a 3 hour, but still it's the same, not the 4, sorry, the 3. So if the 3 hour, 100% of the time, you get a close below 2323, you come through to that level, and we haven't filled the range. Could we just get a sell stop on off the hour? Potentially could. potentially could. What would the 4 look like? What would this be? So sell stop 4-4. Stops would be big though. This is the thing. Well, actually, no. You only need stops above here, because if you do flip, I want to see. I'm just marking this up, guys, because I want to see what it looks like off the hour, right? Maybe come and break the laws here. There's an hour and a half left, right? So this is what we're going to do. So we know that this 3 can flip to the downside. There's an hour and a half left and come and fill the range at 2316. So if we know that, then what would initiate that? Well, what would initiate it is if the hourly closes below 2325. You could, and we get a top wick, we could potentially take sell stops off the bottom of the hour, okay, or we could just take closures below 2321 off a lower time frame, so something like maybe not the 15. What could we do? Nice close bearish. Because if you push past that, you're going to be then breaking this wick. Come to tap 2316. So yeah, I'm only after sells at the minute, guys. We could potentially just get a sell stop off the 3, but because the odds, this is the thing, if the odds are 100%, which it is, you just put a sell stop on. Yeah, I realise that, John. You're on the 3 hour, by the way, mate, not the 4 hour. No, yeah. Monday, it's Monday, mate. Monday. But it might not come back down. This could be a fake out. And the thing what messes this up is that the only reason we break into this area because of the gap in the market. So that's the only thing I'm put off with. I'd rather watch price and just get sell stops on. So we're going to wait for this hour close. We potentially would have had sell stops on a new 2321. Now if this is your trade, guys, take it. You've had a breakout on the 3. If the three's broke the highs now, so it should have liquidity to flip and push down. Whether it's going to do that or not, I don't know, because it is the first of the month. And we've got CPI news today. So we've got, what is that like that? What's the date today? 1st of July, isn't it? 1st of July. We've got news today. We'll have NFP this week, so there'll be quite a lot of news this week. It's the first of the month, first week of the month. Yeah, so we'll have a lot of volume at the end of the week. So we've just got to wait here. We've got potential sellers below 2321. These hours don't. You just drive through on this hour. So if you look at this, right, this push through. What initiates it? Well, there's no clear break. You just get an hour close, bearish, and then you just drive through. Hour close bearish, drive through. This one you got a nice break actually. Hour close. This one you did as well. So you could potentially take an hour close below there, I suppose. But it's just whether you drive straight through. You could drive straight through. Hour close, top wick. That would be nice. We would have to maybe put stops here. Straight through, fake out. So we've got a few options. We're going to have to wait for this hour to close. If we get a bearish hour, we might get these sell stops on. I'm going to leave this on for now. Okay, I'm going to leave it on for now. I would prefer sells at the moment, guys, because you haven't broke out. You have got some bullish closures on the what was it? The 2 was it? 2 and the 1. I just don't know whether you're going to drive from that. You have grabbed liquidity, so you can drive up. My best setup is at 3 though. I just would love a forward close back below. Would I take this potential win back? I need to have a look on a lower time frame. So if we can have a look what this looks like on a 15, could we potentially take this 2,330? You want to put a buy stop on, but I don't like how the 3 has already been up. Yeah, well that's what I don't like. Because you've now broke the highs now, so you've got liquidity to come down as well, but you also broke the low, so there's too much contradiction at the minute for buy stop. I potentially would have had a buy stop on if this hour hadn't broken the high. Because if this hour hadn't broken the high, you've got to come and fill the range, at least 2,327. So this hour can flip it easily to the upside, right? But it's whether you're going to reject from here, or you're going to come back down. But there is areas where the hour doesn't actually reach up there. So are you going to reject from here? This is the thing, because you've already tapped it. So I'm not really into buys at the minute. It is a good advantage point, I suppose, but the odds are just not the best for me. But if this is your trade, guys, by all means take it. Me personally, I would probably only look for buys. For me, I'd need a forward bullish close. I'd need a forward bullish close, and then I'd need a bottom wick. Not much of a bottom wick though, because you have broke some lows. But I would need a bottom wick to rule out the fake out, and then I'd take buys up. Yeah, it's in an area, guys, where we're waiting for the monthly to initiate its push. Is it going to create a top wick first, or is it going to create a bottom wick first? And unfortunately, the monthlies are like this. Now, I could potentially take buys if the 3 hour close is like this, because that rules out this fake out here. This would be a fake out, and price is never faked out below. Actually, it has here, hasn't it? So it has faked out here. Here's the hour flip here. Yeah, it's likely going to come and tap here. That would be a vantage point. But it's not my trade to take that, guys. Not my trade to take. Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to see if we can see price still struggling to break above this, then we could potentially get this wing back sell on. That might initiate the push back down. But you got no top wick. Yeah, the first of the months are always sort of difficult, really. You're just waiting. You just got to wait for it to see which way it's going to go first, and then we're going to jump on it. 15. You can get a fake out. I could just mess about. What would I need here? Even if we drive up, what happens with the 15s? Tap back down. We wouldn't have this as stops off for this 15. I would have that. 15 straight through. Tap. So before we come straight through on that, oh no, we messed about, didn't we? I'm looking for where prices struggled around here and then it pops out. Quite make it, does it? Like these here. Down. Potential. Let's see what this hour does. But we have got potential win back sell here. I don't like how it's sort of nearly tapped it. I think you can nearly tap it and then still reject. I would have a second entry up in these levels though. Yeah. What is the difference with this and this? That's 30 pips. Oh, look at this 15 now. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay. 11 minutes for the hour. We're going to wait for the hour, guys, see what the hour's going to do. Key. If this hour closes bearish, right, we could potentially get sell stops on. The thing is, I would prefer like a lower time frame, but all the lower time frames fly through. Or if we get 5 minute close below this, these gaps here, awful, man. We get a 5 close below this, what happens to price? Fake out. I don't know if the 5 would work. It'll likely have to be a 15, I think. Zone here. 15 top wick, then you come down. That could potentially work, yeah. 15. You've got another area. You'd have to mark this up as a take partial area. Yeah, they're all drops, mate. They're all price. They're always trying to catch us out. You've got to expect everything they're doing is trying to trap someone. 15, top wick. So even if you got activated there. 15, top wick through. What are these? I know these are, but you do come back through. 15 straight through there. So we could potentially take that 15 below 2322. I would imagine that that's then the 3 flipping. But you can reject from here. 2316. I probably would go risk free, take some partial there. But then again, the 3 should be flipping through, shouldn't it? So, is it what would. Oh, look at this now. Look at this now, guys. That's what this 3 looks like. Oof, is this 3 gonna flip? There's 1 hour left of this 3. So if this 1 closes like this, if this 1 can close like this below this, and we can get a top wick. Okay guys, let's get a 3 hour. The odds are good on the 3. 100% of the time you push through to 2316. You can either wait for a 15 close below 2322 for a better entry, or you can get sell stops underneath 2321. But you have to get activated on this 3. That's the key. You've got to get activated on this 3. It means, is this hour going to come straight through? I'm trying to see if we can get a better entry basically off the hour. That's why I'm hesitant on it. So if the hour closes like this, do we then need to come back down to tap at least 2319? Or could this be a fake out to the downside? But if we do come down there, do we need to break the low? Can we basically break the low on the next hour and still flip to the upside? That's what I'm trying to work out, because you don't want to be stuck in that, because you're probably not going to come back. Just don't like these hour range. Or is it because there is a gap? So if the 1 closes like this, okay, this is what we'll do. If the 1 closes like this and we get a top wick tapping previous support 2324, we can get a buy stop on. Sorry, sell stop on. Okay. Yeah, I'm not doing the buy stop. It's a bit risky for me, that. I want to see how this hour closes. You could potentially have sell stops on now, right? Because the new hour can actually drive straight through. But whether it's going to do that, so you don't want to be getting tapped in this. I would prefer a 1. If this 4 does flip to the downside around these levels, you are likely going to come down to create a steeper bottom wick. Oh, look at the 1 rejecting now. So 5 minutes for a close, guys. We're going to wait for this hour, see what this hour does. We've got potential sells below 2322. We could potentially have a sell stop on. I haven't put it on because I'll just rather watch on a lower time frame just to confirm, just in case we do pop down, activate and pop back up. So I'd rather just wait. Let's 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 6. hour close. What are you doing? We sort of need this hour to close 2325 because that's when the new hour can just drive through, if it's going to do that. The only issue I've got is, yeah, and this could have been the tap down there. This could be the tap to come back up. That's my only concern. Get some tunes on it. How's everyone doing? Everyone had a good weekend? What did we think of England the other night? For me, he's an absolute clown. We are proper stinking the tournament out. Proper stinking the tournament. He needs to be sacked now. He nearly lost us that game. And I won't hear it where he's a tactical genius. He waited for them subs to come on later. No, not having it. Pure blagger. Crap manager. Doesn't have a clue about football. Not playing people in position. It was awful. We were so shite. We didn't even deserve to go through. I felt sorry for them. Oh, this one's nice. Is this 3 gonna flip? That's the question. No worries, Jordan. I'll catch you later, mate. Okay, he's the one closed now, guys. Yeah, the 3. You can get sell stops on the 3 if you want. I'm gonna see if I can get a better entry. Have a wick though, guys. Oh. I need a top wick. We've got no bottom wick on this. So you could potentially get sell stops off the 3 here, right? I like how that one's closed. I don't like how we've got no bottom wick. That worries me a bit. It means we might pop down. I was thinking if we're going to pop down, we're going to pop to at least 2319. Do we wait for a 15 below? Yeah. I don't like no bottom wick. If we had a bottom wick on that, that would have been fantastic. And then a top wick. Why else is there a go though? No. Okay guys, I'm going to get a sell stop off the 3, okay? Which is basically below the 1. What we like for stops? Stops for me above here. So what we are? 10. So I've got a sell stop underneath the 1. Underneath the 1, which is also underneath the 3. Stops are 233, 2.72. So So this is now a sell stop. Now, if you don't want to watch it on the lower time frame, it might not drive straight through, right? Just watch it off the 3. If this 3 does flip, all the 3s, 100% of the time, come through to 2316. However, because of the gap of the market, I don't know whether this is a breakout because of the gap of the market, therefore you're going to come back into the range. So my take partial move to break even is 2319, and that's off a lower time frame. That there is a resistance there, so that's why I'm looking to take that. Now I'm hoping we sort of don't get activated now. I want a better entry, looking like it. Because what did we say we want to see? 15-minute close below here is what I wanted to see. 2322. If we get a 15-minute close below there, we might get a top wick to 2324. And then a flip. There's only 1 hour left of this 3 hour. Take partial move to break even, and here I'll probably be closing full at 2316 because it's an area where the 3s reject from, and 100% of the time I think they reject from. Let me have a look. Let me go on to the 3. See what they do. Oh, look at the 3 now. Can it flip? Yeah, so you reject here, you reject here. Every time you tap it, you reject. So that will be my TP2, and that's it. I'll close full there. Okay. Which I believe is about 50 odd pips. That's what I've got going on, guys. If you don't want to watch it on the lower time frame, just watch it on the 3. This is a trade. It's a bit of a weird one because 100. If we didn't have this gap in the market, I'd take this every day. But if this doesn't play out, it's because of the gap. That's the reason. Okay. But 100% of the time, you get a 3 hour close below, you come and tap an area. The odds are pretty good. It's something you're going to take every time, really, isn't it? But are we going to flip and drive? That's the question. Ooh, that's a lovely 2 hour candle. The one was nice. I just don't like how it's got no bottom wick. We don't want a fake out like this. This is what we don't want, fake out. Because I don't think we're going to be coming back. Sorry, stops are, I'm not adjusting stops, but it's just there, 2332.95. Oh, we're close. Can we drive? Are we going to get activated? Are we going to get activation? Now, I do want to see that 15 close below here. 15 close below here. I believe you had a little fake out here, but you do tend to come and tap to 2319. Look, these 15. Let's confirm these 15s through. You had a fake out here on a 15, right? But you still come back through on the next 15. 15 top wick gone. 15 through. So I can either drive through or I can mess about a bit. So this is a 3 hour trade, and it's rare I use the 3 hour time frame, but it looks really nice. with that range. 3 hour close below, you drive through every time. And if it doesn't play out, I'll literally put it down to the gap in the market. The gap's basically broke it out, and then it's breaking back into the range. Now, if we don't get activated on this 3, and this 3 closes bullish, then we'll delete. Okay. Is this music too loud? Welcome to the channel, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, we have got sell stops on at 2321 for this 3 hour flip. If it happens, if it doesn't, it's not an issue. If you are watching on YouTube, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Jump into our Discord, it'll notify you when we're on. We trade most weekdays, Monday to Friday, 8 AM London session. And then we do 3 days a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for New York session. Is it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? It depends basically. 3 days a week we do with Vic and the Dean indicator, which is very, very powerful. If you jump into the Discord, it notifies you when we're on for that week basically. I can show you a little teaser of the Dean. Okay, this is just a basic. So the Dean, these are the pairs I use with the Dean. So all the Dean does is it prints, it scans the market fear, all different pairs. It's the only indicator I use personally without my own trading. It's the only thing I use outside my own trading. Prints a signal fear, lets you to your phone. Look at that. So these are trades I've took. Okay. Print, gone. 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 Okay. That's Euro USD, GBP USD. Same thing. Prints a signal. These are hourly time frames. Taps it. 50 pips our target. That's all I do. 1 to 1, 50 pips. Target, hit. What else? We haven't had one for a while on that one. Another one there, straight up, tap. AUD USD, works best on the USD pairs. I am going to do a video on this soon because this has been so powerful. Again, if I didn't actually take these ones, but this would have played out 50 pips, same as this one. Back up, and I believe this is the one I'm in. I'm actually still in this one. Still in this one. Print. Close to stops. Back down. Close to TP. And then we're just messing about. But these are trades I just set and forget. I literally just leave them. And if you notice, I've got an alert set at my TP and at my stop loss. So I just let it crack on. As soon as I get an alert, I look. It's either hit TP or stop loss. But again, this would have played out nicely. 50 pips, same as this one. Another one there. So very, very powerful indicator. But I hate that saying it's an indicator because I have not had good experiences with indicators. I've bought loads. I've bought indicators for thousands of pounds. Thousands. Right, and they were absolutely terrible. So I lost trust in everything in the Forex industry. I paid for signals, paid for everything. That's why we created Relentless, because we were sick of people like getting duped into buying shit. Pure shit. So yeah, very powerful indicator. I've not been activated, have I? No. We're heading down, guys, which is nice. There is a 15 support here, so we do need to break that level. If we don't get activated on this 3 though, we'll be deleting. Okay. Got to get activated on this 3, which is 48 minutes. So there's still enough time to get down. But why are we not driving, do you think? Well, the reason we're not driving, we don't know whether this is going to close bullish because you've got no bottom wick on the 15. And if you've been watching my streams long enough, you'll know all about no bottom wicks. However, sometimes what can happen is the reason you get no bottom wick because price is doing such a volatile push that it's got no time to pull back, it just carries on. Sometimes you do get that. I'm hoping it's a volatile push down. Right. Oh, what's the 3 doing? So we need to keep printing bearish really on the 15th. This might close bullish though, but as long as it's still respecting 2324, we can still come down really. Nice 15 close. It rules out the no bottom wick. So we're still bearish. What's the 30 doing? So we've got a 30 close shortly. So what do we want to see with the 30? The 30 can do anything. It doesn't actually need to break the 30. We already had that break on the 30. Can this 15 drive? Interesting. Good morning, gears. How you doing, mate? Guys, did you watch the podcast of Jack becoming a funded trade after 8 months of being with us from no experience? Jump into the Spotify via the link tree. Listen to his interview. Fantastic interview. Really proud of him. He smashed it. In the form of squeaky farts, Jack. Come on. Yeah, it was a good interview, Jack. Really good. Very motivating. What's going on now? We have your local doctor's surgery music. Wait, music. Listen, don't come onto this stream taking the piss out my tunes, right? When I'm on TNS, I'll put my tunes on. These are just non-copyright tunes. Let me skip this song since you'll take the piss out of me. Oh god, no, this is off The Sims. Remember The Sims? Yeah, so this trade idea is based off of 3 gears, right? So basically, we've got a gap in the market which throws a few things off. However, every time you get a 3-hour close below this level, 100% of the time you push to 2316. 100% of the time. That's what it's based off. The simple breakout. You had a breakout, you had a top wick which broke the high, so it's grabbed liquidity for us to flip, to drive to come and tap 2316. Okay, the reason I would take partial move to break even is here is because off the 15s you can come back up, and I'm just worried that the gap in the market has created that breakout, so I just want to rule that out really. That's why I take partial move to break evens here and not full TP at 2317. By all means, if you want to wait for, I will be closing full at 2316 because 100% of the time the 3 then rejects and comes back up. So that's the idea. That makes sense, mate. If we don't get activated on this 3 and it doesn't flip, then we delete. Atari 8. I remember the Atari. How old are you, John? You're only young though. How do you remember the Atari? Oh, you're a bit of a retro guy, aren't you? I thought you were only 21, John. Oh, there's 15 breaking the highs. So there is an area where the 15 can actually come back up. So if you look at this, if we do that, we're unlikely to get activated. Yeah. Tough day today really, guys, because the first of the month, like I mentioned at the start of the stream, first of the month, we're just waiting for the monthly to decide which direction it wants to go, and that might take a few days. $33. Bloody hell, John. You look like 19, mate. You look so young. What? Must be good water down there, what you wash with. Must be. I can't wait to watch all the talk sport stuff about England today. No children and good genes. I tell you what though, having no children is less stressful. Kids will come. Keep the jeans. I don't know. You've never met John, have you, Nella? You can tell. No, I'm only joking. We're just waiting, guys. We're just waiting to get activated, really. Three minutes for a 15 close, guys. Interesting this. We're not sort of driving down. Does that mean we're going to get this? Are we going to come back into the range? 15 closed back in. Oh, not looking good, that, guys. That 15 closing back in is looking like it's going to be tougher for the 3 to flip. Okay, guys. I mean, it means we've got 30 minutes left. It means we've got 30 minutes left of... What's the 30? Done the 30s closed back in. Can this 30 drive down now after closing back into the range? Not really. I don't think it can. Actually, what's this? So you broke in. 30 closed back in, and then the new 30 drives down. Back in. Let me have a look what this 30's done here. Back into the range, looks like we're coming up, doesn't it? So 30 broke into it, then we close back into the yeah, I'm going to delete, guys. You can get a spike down, but we don't want to be getting activated on that to be took back up. 30's closed back in the range, so delete the sell stops. I said it might be a slow day, guys. Delete. I mean, if you do get a 33-hour close back below there, then ideal, but I won't lie, guys, I don't think there's much going on here. What would I want to see on the 4? We'll have to wait for the 4. We'll wait for the 4 to close. If the 4 closes like this, what does that mean? Look at the 1. Oh, that's a 2, sorry. Okay, we'll wait for the 4 to close, right? And then I'll decide what's happening. If we don't get anything off the 4, we'll probably just call it, because you're in this awful range here. You might just do this all morning. I might jump on New York, actually. I might run, I'll speak to Vic, I might run a members only New York session in TNS if you're up for that. Drop us a yes if you're up for it in the comments. Sorry guys, I've missed all the chat. Funded with 8 months, yeah. Kids income, no, that doesn't interest me at all. More kids, less taxes. Do you also have this strategy in the UK? Technically, yeah. I'm back on. Eternal, yeah. You got activated. You shouldn't have been activated on that. You're 6 pips away, Jordan. You shouldn't have been activated on that. Yeah, stress is no mistake. You still might come back down. Oh, you don't know where to go. It hasn't got a direction yet. I got to it. No, back down you. Big spread. Not place his entry on the body. Ah, not the wick. Is that what you've done? Am I right? Yeah, had to. Yeah, okay. That's why. That's why we don't put it on the body. No, you can put it on the body, but normally only on nest plays. But it's a lot safer going off the low of the wick. Okay, mate. That's probably why. Do you think I have a chance to get out at least? Okay, let's have a look. So, you of course you got a chance to get out. This 3 could still flip. There's 23 minutes. It could still flip, right? However, the only thing what's really put me off now is the 30 looks like it's closed back into the range, and the 15 has closed back into the range. So, but I don't know whether we're going to drive. If anything, we might come and tap these levels and then come back down. So yeah, there is times to get out, but what I would probably do is the 30's likely going to come to test the body of this candle. You could potentially get out there, but you're going to be you're 23 pips down. You got to wait for more candles to print, mate. We don't know what direction we're going yet, so it's really hard to say. To get out. All I knew is if the 3 did push past that, it always pushes to at least 2319, 2316. But it didn't do it. What you're after now is closures back below this. So this is the thing with this 3. For me, if this 15 closes back below here in these levels, bearish, we'll put the sell stop back on. Okay. Well, actually, I don't know because the 30. Or we wait for a 15 close below 2322. Monthly members, mate. Only if the Dean members want to jump on, they can do. But it's unlikely they will do because they use the Dean. I've got to pop out around dinner, so if I'm back, yeah, I think I'll probably do it then. Yeah, you need a 15 bearish close like this, and you might be okay. But just, you know, I mean, you're not in the clear, but you've just, why did you have this fake out? Why did you do this? Why did you break back to the upside? Thinking it's going to come up. You break back below, that might just be a fake out at that point. But as long as it's 15 closes bearish. Because I'm still interested in sells below 2322, but so if this 3 is going to flip, I don't know if this 3 is going to flip. That 30 and the 15 telling us that's not going to flip, right? But we know that this range you can actually fly through. Three minutes. Ah, look, you're bullish. Quite annoying. We're going to have to wait for the hour, guys. We'll know from the 4. Well, I say we'll know from the 4. Even as the 4 closes bullish doesn't mean we're looking at anything. It's like, yeah, it's difficult at the minute. Monthly members, yes, I'm down. Are you funded, JRP? What is TNS? TNS, Nella, is if you go onto the Discord. Is it called TNS now? Wait, let me have a look. I might have changed the name. Yes, it's just basically if you go onto the Discord on the Forex categories, Further down it's got live trading. Basically, I used to do this for members only before we jumped onto YouTube. So we've been trading for members for ages. And it will come back where that'll be open, so you won't have to be on YouTube. You can be in there and you can actually talk to me, but my internet's shite. So what I might do is for New York session, if I'm back in time, is I'll do a New York session just for members, where it'll be in the live trading area. Okay, so if you're around, probably about 1:30, something like that, we can maybe jump on the charts from there. Yes, local Chinese restaurant music now. No, this is my second week. Be pumping all the bangers out. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're going to break out here until New York. This is the thing, so there's just no point. I mean, the two could flip and push. It might do. We really don't know at the minute. We need some direction. We need more candles to print. And I'm going to give it till 15 more minutes. See how the hour closes. See, for me to take anything, I'd need an hour either close above 2328 or below these levels. Off of 50, obviously I'd take a 15, 2322. So it's like not really good. And we'll see. Right, I'll be back in a second. We're just going to wait for the hour. The fours pump both ways. It's basically, yeah, we don't know what direction. You're right, John. Yeah, it's gone both. It's got a top and a bottom wick. So it's like, well, where are you going? Okay, I'll be back in a sec, guys.
Hello, Rosie.
trading is rough. Anyone thinks trading's easy, they're idiots. And the people who make people think trading's easy is because they see social media. Social media is the biggest lying fest ever. You've got people who's been trading for 6 months giving out signals just so they can sort of build up their gathering or following, or whether they're charging people for the signals. Like, it's crazy. I mean, knowing what you know, I'm just putting a belt on, so I'm not like I'm gonna fit anything like that. Knowing what you know now in trade, would you follow someone who's been trading for 6 months and they're giving out signals? You just wouldn't. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. But social media is. The thing what gives that impression is MLMs. I always come back to the MLM and Forex. For me, doesn't go hand in hand. Doesn't work. I've done it, and I'm very open-minded, and I put everything on the table, and I will say who is right or wrong, no matter what side I'm on. I'm that type of person. If you know me, that's what I'm like. Doesn't go hand in hand. You get distracted. You've got to have full focus. Trading, in a weird way, it's got to bring you to your knees for it to work. You need to get the point where you're just sick of your own shit. Where you're like, I am absolutely sick of this. This is breaking me. It's weird because trading sort of has to do that to you in order to make it. I finally got my belt on. Sorry guys, I looked a bit weird there, didn't I? But yeah, it's rough. Rough is out. It's the biggest thing with trading is, you know what it is? People struggle because people think about the money you make. I heard a good saying the other day, what was good. Like, also people think when you take a loss, like that's it, you sort of can't trade. Losing is part of it, but it's whether you're profitable over a longer period of time. The way I look at losses, it's like every business has expenses. And that's the way I look at a loss. It's like an expense for the business. It's impossible to get. I mean, yes, we're currently on, to be honest, we had another 100% in June. I mean, we hardly took any. I took 4 trades in June. That was it. 4 trades, that was it. But look, June was so bad for trading, guys, for me personally. There was just no setups. No, I mean, I did have I think it was a week out, wasn't it, because I did go away, but so yeah, it is a 100% month, but we didn't trade much, so you can't really take that. But look at the percentages. Like, we had 100% in January, 100% in November. So yes, we have a high win rate, but we haven't got that much of not many 100% months. And this one, you can't really count this month because June we only took bloody 4 trades. I could take 1 trade and it's 100%, so you can't really take that into consideration. But still, people think about the money instead of protecting your capital. You need to forget what you're going to make. I never come on these charts thinking, okay, I need to make 500 quid today. Never. I need to make £1,000. Okay, I've got a bill to pay or a holiday I want to pay for, and I need to make £2,000. Never ever do that. And it's weird because if you look back at my Facebook, right, I put a post on and I cringed with it the other day, but I won't remove it because I'm very transparent. Because I've been through all the journey as well. And when I was part of an MLM trading company, I put a post on where it's a picture of a woman looking at a handbag and it's like $69 or something. And then the picture of a man on his phone on the charts sells USD JPY for $69. Like, it's just everything what's wrong with Forex. Everything in that one picture, everything what's wrong with Forex is in that. But I posted that because it's MLM, I wanted to get people in. Do you know what I mean? That's where it's all wrong. You can't think about the money you're going to make. You can only think about protecting what you've got. And then you can't rush it. John is on a challenge. And the thing with John, I know John, okay, for people watching, is yes, he's only been with us, is it 18 months now, John? He said it a minute ago. 18 months. Yeah. And John's biggest critic. Very hard on himself, right? Very hard on himself. However, this is the first time I've really seen him be disciplined. He has a massive issue with discipline. I don't know whether you're trying to force it, John, or what, because you need money or whatever. But this is the first time I've seen him disciplined. The progress he's made in the last month or so being on these streams has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like you said, he's making profit slowly, but he's getting there. But that is for me, that's the right way. Not making 40% in a month and then blowing your account the next. Could do. Everyone trades different. I know someone who does that. I know someone who flips accounts, but he can blow accounts like that. So one trade he'll risk like 100%. He'll risk 100% and he'll try and flip it. As in he'll do like 4 to 1. But if he loses, it blows that account straight away. And he like risks like $2,000 a time. Mad. But this is where you've got to find out what works for you, as long as you've got an edge. Pound for every time I hear. It's the money I've spent, the time I've spent, and how difficult it has been for me to understand the concepts and theories. I'm a comparably slow learner to good 70% at least of the rest of the relentless community. Every person who's been in as long as I have and Ferris Shoe is funded now. I'm the only one. I don't think you are, mate. Don't think you are. You're not. You've been in 18 months, right? This before we created Relentless, 4 years to be a profitable trader, I would say, on average. 4 years it took people. I honestly do believe we're the only company who's probably half that time, so you're looking about 2 years. Just to start being profitable, you need to understand that once you start becoming profitable, it's not over. It's not like, oh, you're profitable. It's so easy to slip back into that non-profitable. So easy. Right? It could be a space of 3 trades. That's it, you're back into not profitable. Doesn't end. So, you're 18 months in, yeah, you haven't even scratched the surface yet. So look at what you're doing now and look what you've achieved in 18 months. You'll get there. Everyone is different. The only way it won't work is if you give up. That's it. Prop firms, I think it was FTMO, wasn't it, John? We only recommend FTMO 5% are now the Relentless prop. That's it. I mean, yeah, you've got an hour close back into the area now, guys, so it is highly likely you're going to be pushing up. Look at the way the 2's closed though. You could get a wick fill first. The 3 didn't flip. 4. The 4's closed bullish, but how are you gonna drive? Yeah, it's probably not for me, this, guys. The 1 hasn't broke above. You could still drive for the next hour. Could still drive for the next hour, but 2's bearish. I would want a wick fill first. 3 goes back into the range. Nah, I'm not interested, mate. I'm not interested. Right, guys, no trade for me this morning. Yeah, no trade for me. I'm gonna leave. I've probably got nothing set up at the minute. What I will do though is, if I'm back in time, I'll drop a message in the chat, and New York, we'll jump in TNS for New York just for members. Guys, if you want access to TNS, so New York session with myself today, jump to the Discord, become a member, and then you get access to that. This is now going on for me at the minute. You could just mess about like this all morning. So, any questions before I go? Let's get the Sims music off. But we are back on tomorrow anyway, so. But I should be back for New York. I should be. So I'll keep you updated. Which comes to the how do people get funded in 8 months though, like that? Jack Fire, that's crazy. It just sucks. It clicks for some. Yeah, well that's it. I mean, Jack's just flung himself at everything, and he's got funded via Meraki way. So reach out to him, mate. Ask him questions. This is the thing about Relentless. Like, speak to the members. People ask me about the Dean all the time, and I just don't say that. All I do is say, speak to the members, hear it from the horse's mouth. Because at the end of the day, the Dean's one of our indicators what I'm selling. Like, I want you to hear it from the horse's mouth and not me, because I'm selling it. Obviously, I'm going to say it's great, but reach out to the members, speak to the members, and hear it from the horse's mouth. So yeah, reach out to Jack. I'm sure we'll have a chat with you, John, and see how we got on. Right, guys, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll let you know about New York session, and hopefully I'll see you this afternoon. We'll go from there. All right, guys, love yous and leave yous. Catch yous later.